Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. We are reviewing Prison Brides. Yeah, we are reviewing this very boring show. Who is in the chat? Hey, Kimmy, what's up, my fellow Cali girl? Hope all is well. We're going to review it. You guys said you wanted me to review this so we can continue our Saturday or Sunday live. So I am here. Hey, fabulous me. Hello. We're about to get into it, but I'm going to grade it. If I have to grade it, I'm going to grade it an F. It's an F. It is an F. And I don't know why it's an F. I have a theory about this show too, fabulous. So maybe we're probably going to get more excited about sharing our theories than the actual show itself. So yeah, once I get done with the review, we can definitely talk theories. Hey, Nene. Hello. So I'm going to give it an F. I'm going to give it an F. Okay. Like, honestly, at this point, the real world of what's going on with everything in Atlanta and so much is going on in Atlanta. Everything that's going on in Atlanta to all of this craziness in people's real lives and court cases. I find that to be more intriguing than these reality shows. Hell, even more intriguing than these scripted shows. But you know what? Let's get started. All right. But an F for me, and y'all can let me know in the chat what y'all grade this episode. Hell, what you grade this whole entire season so far. So we're going to start off with the one that really didn't have anything to really say in this episode, and that is Craig and Jessica. Look, half the time I don't even remember their damn names, but Craig and Jessica, okay? Craig is trying to bond with his little sister because I guess he ended up going to jail. Well, he went to jail multiple times, but he went to jail finally for a very long time, I suppose, when she was only 10 years old. And I will say that their talk that they had, it seemed very genuine. The little sister definitely felt traumatized by missing out on her brother growing up. And he pretty much says that, look, I'm done with all of that. I will definitely be here for you. I don't know about that though, because I feel like someone sent me information on him just recently getting arrested or charged with something allegedly, but he pretty much is saying, I'm over it. Even though the wife is also skeptical as well, because I guess all the times that he's been in and out of jail. But the sister seems really traumatized. She seems like she really missed out on her brother. So I will hope for not only his future child's sake, but also his family, that he truly tries to keep himself together this time. But guess what? That was the only thing. That was the only thing that they talked about for this episode. I didn't even watch it. I forgot about it. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I heard. See, you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? He to me seemed like the most stable out of this whole entire show. He's the one who had a job. He's the one who had a house. He had saved up a lot of money while he was in prison. I guess haven't watched, just here for the like and support. And I appreciate you. Just like Nene and all of you guys are always here for the like and support. You could be anywhere during this time, but you're here on the Chris Nicole channel. So I always appreciate you for that. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate all of you. So moving on. Gabby. And what the hell is her damn man name? Is it Jamal? Is that the one that's Jamal? Yeah, Gabby and Jamal. So she's getting ready for her wedding. And Della Reese, aka Vera Walker, aka
Shit, you in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay.
I am in charge of the girls, Emma. She's supposed to be helping Gabby get ready for her wedding, but she's so busy being sick from the hangover from the night before. Okay. So with that being said, she's late, Emma's late. And so at this point, they're like, I think they said 13 minutes behind. So they don't even know if they're going to get there in time. And I'm sure everything is timed when it comes to jail, which, by the way, you guys, y'all know how I am when I see a certain face and I say, does this person remind me of something? And I said this literally in the last review, but don't tell me you don't see it. Don't tell me you don't see it. Just with blonde hair. Y'all don't see that. Didn't I say she looked like the wife from The Shining? Y'all don't see that. Am I reaching? Y'all let me know. Am I reaching? Hey, Ruby, am I reaching? She looked like the damn wife from The Shining. Okay? If the wife from The Shining had blonde hair and blue eyes, spot on. Spot on. All right? But anywho, with that being said, they end up getting there on time and she ends up getting freaking married. And Emma, first things first, one thing that I've done with my little investigation, it seems to be that the production company is from the UK. They're from the UK because even when you hear the producers in the background talking to the cast, they seem like they have a British accent. My gut is telling me that Emma is either I'm always looking at the credits. I don't know who the creator of the show is. Maybe she's the creator. Maybe she knows the production company. Hell, maybe she even works for the production company. Maybe she is the puppet master for all of this shit to keep it going. I don't know. But what I do know is that I find it interesting that since she's been on, she's been more of the support system for the other girls. Hell, like let's keep it real. When was the last time she talked about her own damn man? What was the last episode where she talked about her own relationship? Do y'all remember? Because I sure the hell don't. I think maybe the first episode that we saw her, she talked about that relationship. But outside of that, she has not talked about her relationship. She's always.
Hey, shit, you in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay.
Yeah. So, some ain't clean in the buttermilk, as I always say. Haven't heard about him actually sitting up there calling her up. Look, see, this is my sister from another mister, because I swear we be thinking alike, and when I'm about to say it, she already done posted it. She ain't got no call from him. We haven't had any interaction really with him. It's weird as hell. So I'm thinking maybe in some way she is a part of production. Somewhere she has to be a part of production. But anywho, Gabby ends up getting married, and she shows off her ring that she probably paid for. But anywho, she shows off her ring and she's pretty much saying, I's married now. I's married now. Good luck, heifer. Good luck. But anywho, we're gonna get to Liv, because of course Emma's involved in both of their situations. Liv also gets married. She still heard about Emma and how, she was actually fine and trying to accept that Emma wasn't going to be there for her until, of course, Emma decided to call her drunk and pretty much says, hey, look at me. I'm over here with her and not with you, bitch. She's getting married tomorrow. You're getting married tomorrow, but I am not here for you. Putting more salt in the wound. So at that point, Liv was like, I was fine until you wanted to kind of rub it in my face. So at that point, Emma, after Olivia gets married, Emma meets with her at some restaurant. By the way, that drink that Olivia had did look kind of good. I wonder what that drink was. Like it had some brown liquor in it, maybe, possibly. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, so at this point, Emma, I don't know if she doesn't get it, but I feel like she does give it. Understand it. Hey, Bobby, she does get it. She is putting more salt in the wound. she pretty much is like, hey, like, were you mad? Or, how was everything? This is why I say I feel like she's a part of production, because she low key was kind of stirring the pot in the situation. Like, of course she was annoyed. Of course she was upset. Olivia's like, yeah, I was upset. I was lonely, and I was trying to cope with it until you decided to actually call me. And then at that point, the tears start to flow, but not from Olivia, not from Liv. It's from Emma. Emma gets very emotional. Emma leaves Olivia in the restaurant while she goes to talk to production about how it's so upsetting and how she wasn't there because she knows what it feels like to be lonely on her wedding. And literally, she comes back in. Even the production says, go back in to hug her. Believe production even said that. They even wrote it in the captions. Go back in to hug her, giving her instructions. So at that point, she goes back in and Emma starts to talk, and it kind of seems genuine, I guess. But to me, instead of really supporting Liv and consoling her, in my opinion, Emma really starts to talk about her damn self. It's one thing to understand that you can relate to it, but it's another thing to where it almost seems like this was all about her at that point. It really became all about Emma feeling bad for Olivia versus Olivia being able to have her moment to say, how her wedding was and how she felt about the situation. So this is what made me say even more. I don't know about the situation. I really don't. I don't know about Miss.
Shit, you in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay.
Exactly. So, but Olivia says that KJ only has 18 months. I believe that's what she said, only 18 months to get out. And then she will move over there to the US, I'm assuming. And then they're going to be living, I guess, regular lives, which to me, her situation seems more realistic on the hustle to get a green card or become a US citizen, because it takes 5 years with a green card to, and of course some other rules and stipulations, but 5 years with a green card to become a US citizen, unless you marry a US citizen, and I believe that takes it down to 3 years from what I read. Yes, 3 years with some other things as well. At this point, in my opinion, you can't tell me that some of these women are trying to have a hustle of being dual citizens, a citizen in the US and a citizen where they're from. And to me, I can understand her hustle. If she gonna hustle, trying to hustle and get married, and literally, I'm going to assume, I don't know how this works when it comes to a guy being in prison, but if he's a US citizen and he has 18 months, let's just say he has a solid 2 years, because we don't know if it's guaranteed that he's going to get out in 18 months. Does that start off with the countdown of that 3 years of being married to a US citizen? I wonder, because wouldn't that be the perfect situation that for a good year and a half, 2 years of that, you don't have to deal with him because he's in prison and you can do what you want to do. And then by the time he gets out, you may only have 1 more year until you can qualify to become a US citizen. Am I the only one feeling this? Am I the only one feeling that this could be the hustle of it all? Could this possibly be the case? I would love to know if while a US citizen is in prison and you are married to them and you are from another country, does the years that he's in prison count towards the years that you qualify to be a US citizen or get a green card? It makes me wonder, because if that's the case, this could be the hustle of it all. This could be the hustle of it all, that literally some of them who have men that are in there for 5-10 years could easily get married and still qualify to be a US citizen, even if the man is in prison. Hey, May. This is why I said catfish, because we're going to get on the person who said catfish in this episode. This seems to be more of a global catfish. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you disagree. But to me, if they literally can start the countdown while their born citizen husbands are in prison, seems like the perfect hustle to become a U.S. citizen. And who wouldn't want to be a dual citizen in separate countries? Who wouldn't want that? Who would not want that? Especially when at the end of the day, we can say all day long that the US definitely has its issues and can be ghetto at times and everything else. But the reality is, we are still the ones who create and build the culture. So other countries always look to us. So it's still people who still want that experience and want to become US citizens. So I didn't think about that. I think they did a casting call in other countries. Most of these women have good jobs. It's a part of the contract. The show will pay for the is a part of the contract. Show will pay for the divorce. Yeah, but here's my thing on that. Well, one, I can see that they're from other countries because it looks like the production company is from the UK. I don't think the production company is from the US. They're from the UK. So I don't that they probably started their search in their country and in other countries surrounding it. So that definitely is why probably that is the case, because I don't think the production company is from the US. The production company is from another country. But interesting enough, is a part of the contract the show will pay for the divorce. What benefits you to get a divorce before you can get a benefit out of the situation? Maybe they'll pay for the divorce once they have gotten everything they need, which would be a green card or US citizenship status. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the case. If they know, like I know, they better stay in their own country. The grass isn't greener on this side. That's what I say. But like a lot of people think, we still are the ones who set the trend and set the culture. So a lot of people still have these dreams of, becoming US citizens. I am thinking they got paid. Oh, I'm sure they get paid for the show. But remember, this is the first season. Fabulous Me. So, and they're on Lifetime. I just don't think they're getting paid that much. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be other benefits, but that's my opinion. There has to be other benefits, and they're damn sure got to be some benefits with her. Cause I don't get it. Why are you always the middle person in other people's relationships, and we still don't know the background and really the details on what's going on in your own marriage? Emma, what's going on in your own marriage? You're on this show, but you're the middle person creating the conflict between two other women being married on the same day. Like, come on. It doesn't add up. Other countries think we live like the Kardashians. And here's the thing. Maybe in other countries, they even think the hoods, the hood of our country is more lavish than where they're from. But here's my thing. Where these ladies are from, they live in nice countries. The UK, hell, the when they always show the images or the scenery of where Surveyor lives in Germany, it's beautiful. It made me say, damn, I need to take a trip to Germany. So it doesn't come off like they don't live in third world countries. You know what I mean? So, but again, we're the trendsetters, so people still want to come over here. Our man's not different. Men is going to be a man, right? Facts. Better watch Mama June. That's more of a realistic American lifestyle. So yeah, Emma, I don't know, child. I don't know about you. We would definitely like to know about what's going on in your own marriage, but moving on to Surveyor, and Joseph. So, Joseph calls Surveyor at a bagel shop. And while he's supposed to be at work, because she know like clockwork what time he check in and check out for his job. She's like, why are you at a bagel shop? You're supposed to be at work. He says he has quit his job, not thinking about it, and took the day off. He has officially quit his job to pursue his arts. Okay. And as anal as she is, that definitely would have been the moment for her to say, good luck, because, bitch, I'm not paying your bills. So if you can't pay your bills, you just literally got an apartment and now you quit your job. He decided to quit his job. But again, this is what you get for dating a man who's been in jail from 19 to 30. He don't know what adulthood is. He don't know what it is. And she tries to mention later that he catfished her thinking that, you know what I'm saying, he was an adult. I'm sorry, but why did you think he was an adult? He went to jail for some childish shit instead of working hard and doing what he needed to do. What made you think from 19 to 30 while he was being taken care of by the state? The state was taking care of him. Our tax dollars were taking care of him. He wasn't taking care of himself. So why in the hell did you think, oh, he catfished me thinking that he was an adult? No, you catfished yourself. That's what you did. You catfished yourself. So she goes to her mom about how, Joseph has quit his job. And the mom is pretty much saying also, that's stupid. He just got an apartment. And so she's really rethinking this whole relationship. But let's be honest, she's been rethinking this whole relationship from the beginning. As soon as he got out, she was annoyed by so many things when it came to him. So she was already rethinking this. And then we see him crying in a damn live video saying that not only Surveyor, but his family thinks he's stupid, which he is. And how, one day they're going to pretty much say, that he did the right thing by quitting his job and pursuing his art. And I'm like, good luck, dummy. Art can be done on the side. You did not need to dedicate 24 hours strictly to your art. It can be done on the side. You can work on it every time you go home and you can start selling it. And homie, you live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't think that's really an artsy place. Okay. So you should have definitely, while you were working, created a plan on how you were going to sell your art, possibly online. Because I just don't know how many people in Grand Rapids, Michigan, of all places, are going to buy your art. I don't know. No shade to Grand Rapids, even though I do know that my Detroit friends call it Grand Raggedy, but no shade to Grand Rapids. I'm just saying, doesn't seem like the most artistic place to be. So at this point, he's crying and he's pretty much saying, I'm going to pursue my dreams. Great. But how are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to pay your bills? That's what adulthood is, okay? You have to do things that you have to do to take care of your bills, and you keep doing the things that you love to do on the side until the things you do on the side can make you enough money. That's adulthood, okay? Like I said, and I'm sure some of you on my chat would love to be able to just quit our jobs, quit our careers, and do what the hell we want to do, and just in hopes that it's going to make us all the money we want and beyond. But life doesn't work like that unless you're a trust fund, baby. Life doesn't work that way. But again, I blame her. You literally had a guy who doesn't even know what adulthood is. He went in as a teenager, came out at 30. What made you think he was on a straight and narrow? Because of what he told you on the phone while he was in prison? What is wrong with you? He quit. Yes, he did. She lied to herself. He went to jail as a kid. Exactly. Exactly. I liked him so much and he made me cry when he quit his job. I want him to make, you would want him to make it. Look, my whole thing is this. If he can make it, because remember I said, I don't think his art is bad. For what he was able to utilize in prison, he actually has good artwork. There was one piece where I was like, that could be a funky little piece, you know what I'm saying, in one of my rooms. So I definitely am not knocking his art, but here's the thing. In most artistry, like things that like art, creative people, you have to put in money to be able to create the art. He has to buy supplies. He has to constantly create. Where are you going to get the money to do that? you can really see how development is stunt at certain ages. Yeah, it's like he is not thinking that. But again, when literally you probably went from your grandmother, whoever taking care of you, and then the little time you probably did take care of yourself, you clearly was doing stuff illegally, because I think he went to prison for robbery or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. You from there, you had someone else taking care of you. Then you went to prison for something illegally, and then for 10 plus years, the state was taking care of you. So you have that everybody take care of me mentality while I do my own thing. So he's gonna be on the side of the road making art to afford a sandwich because homie's gonna be homeless. I don't know if did you guys ever watch that show? Not the movie version, but the Spike Lee version of She's Gotta Have It. And what was the homeless guy that Nola always sat up there and got art from? He was a great artist, but he had it literally in a freaking grocery cart while he was pushing it down Brooklyn, and his freaking art smelled like shit because he was homeless, but he was a great artist. You see that type of stuff all the time. You art, honestly, is not a big, it still can make money, but we're not talking about the artists from back in the day where literally you could truly make that type of money off of your art. And a lot of the times art becomes more like of a masterpiece when you're no longer here or years down the line. So I don't know. And then again, for those maybe who are artists who like are painters and stuff like that, y'all let me know if it's still lucrative. I don't think so. We not talking about the artists back in the day in the 60s, 70s, and in the 80s who were able to make money. And even what's his name, Basquiat, I don't think he was making that much money when he was alive. His art became a masterpiece when he was gone. Now it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to get his original art, but I don't think it cost that much when he was alive. So, you have to find a way to hustle the situation where it can be lucrative for you. He should have literally kept his job and found a way to create, an online platform to really showcase his art. There's a dope artist that's on IG, and he does not only art, but he does like tables and stuff like that. He's done everything from Janet Jackson, I think, to Rihanna, to a lot of artists. He is using his Instagram platform to where even some of these artists are promoting his work. That's the type of hustle he should have had while he was still working. But again, I don't think he catfished. He didn't catfish Savea. Savea catfished herself. That's what happened with her. But with that being said, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But look at her face. She truly looks like she's confused. You ain't confused. You was trying to find a way out, in my opinion, from the beginning. Just as soon as you saw a damn cup on the counter, you was ready to be out. That's just what it was. You saw a cup on the counter and you said, "You filthy animal, you need to tidy up." She was finding ways to get out. And this just solidified it. She just like, okay, this crossed the T's and dot every I. But to be honest, if I had a man, even whether prison or not, if he all of a sudden just told me he quit his job because he wants to pursue his art, I would be saying adios to his ass too. In what world, in this country with this inflation, are you crazy? Are you crazy? You need to pay your bills, because I damn sure ain't paying them. You know what I'm saying? So in this moment, she had every right once he said that. After she and the cousin said that is not a good idea. Focus on getting your life together and paying your bills and saving up money. He still decided to do what he wanted to do on his own and said, "I'm gonna quit." And he knew it was a bad move, because what the hell you crying for if you felt like you felt guilty? You felt like you was shit because clearly you got emotional because you realize these people aren't supporting you, because they may support you mentally, but they're not about to support you financially to pursue your art. So you were crying because you was on your own on this, and I don't blame them. I will support your ass from afar, but you better not ever call me asking me for some damn money when you was making $21 an hour, living in Grand Rapids where it's affordable to live. Are you kidding me? What freaking ex-con who's probably still on probation, you know what I'm saying? What freaking ex-con do you know can make out like immediately out of jail $21 an hour and live in a place where it's affordable to still be able to live on its own with $21 an hour? Like, get the hell up out of here. He's gonna regret quitting that job. It's not easy for exactly. I always felt like he was a hobby to her. Possibly, right? Yeah, work and do art. Exactly. I don't blame her. I will leave too. Right. Bye, boy. Take care. Be blessed. Exactly. Hey, Denise, what's up, girlie? People need counseling when they get out of prison. They need it in prison too. They need it in there and out of there. But honestly, a lot of them, you always hear that a lot of times they become bigger cons and bigger criminals while they're in prison. Like the the prison system is just jacked up, in my opinion. But he definitely truly thought that he was going to be able to live the life. I truly think he thought he was going to be able to get out of jail, and everyone from grandma to surveyor to his cousin was going to be able to take care of him, to get on his feet so he can do what he wanted to do. And then he had the audacity to say, I'm not working for anyone else anymore. Sir, when did you ever work for anyone else? You act like you've been on the job journey for 10 plus years. Like, he literally made it seem like that he has been working for years. When he said, I ain't gonna be working for nobody else no more. Excuse me? How was it even a couple of months that you had that job? Really? So that's what I said. Oh, he's definitely delusional. He's delusional. So we're gonna see, I guess, where Survey is gonna go with this. But last but not least, Aaron and Michael. But child, Aaron, I gotta give her props, honey. Aaron called the popos on Michael. She was not about to play them games like we've seen so many others who get all the signs of the red flags and they don't call the police. Oh no, she called the police on this fool and had the police come pick him up and arrest his ass. So Erin says that she definitely has seen a change in his behavior, the constant highs and lows, and she ends up leaving from the last episode. She ends up leaving, going to another house because she needed to get away from him. Well, I guess he found out where she was and started acting a fool, and she called the police on him. And he's been charged with disorderly conduct, DV, and I think maybe one or two more charges. Look, at the end of the day, it sounds like he ain't never getting out of there. I know she said that all of those, I guess, were misdemeanors, which I'm sorry, I thought DV was not a misdemeanor. Is it just a misdemeanor? But I think she said something that all of the charges were misdemeanors, but because of, him just getting out and being on probation, I think she said he can get about 10 years. My guess, he's probably going to get about 10 years. I don't think they're going to let him out, especially with him going into his confessions. He went into his confessions and literally decided to air everything out and says that he ain't shit. He's a liar. He's manipulative. And he's been pretty much doing this his whole life. And he's been high the whole entire time in the relationship. He was even high when he got out of jail. He's been high with her every single time they've been together. Okay. And it just goes to show, because I know the last episode, y'all was like, he a little chunky to be an addict. He's a functioning junkie. This junkie was able to still keep a job. So, that just goes to show that we can't necessarily look at looks because you think he a hefty boy. He, got himself together. Nah, 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 nah. He seemed to be very consistent with being able to do everything, function, and be able to still use, which is a sad situation. She calls her mom, and her mom is so supportive. Her mother is super supportive and literally is like very loving. And, it seems that she truly has a great support system in Australia. But she pissed me off. And I'm going to tell y'all why. She does have a very loving support system. Her mother and her friend were extremely supportive. Neither one of them said, I told you, bitch. None of them said that. They were extremely supportive of her and said, we got you. Just come back home, right? She says she hasn't made her mind up yet. This is in the middle of the actual episode. She hasn't made her mind up yet on if she's going to stay or go. All right. Now, she says at the end that there is no future for her and Michael. But she said, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all let me know, she said she came to the U.S. to be a better mother. Let me repeat that again. This is what I thought I heard, and y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. That she came to the U.S. to be a better mother, even though she doesn't have her son, and her son is thousands of miles away. Then she proceeds to say her heart is in the U.S. So not only does she say she came to the U.S. to be a better mother, but her heart is in the U.S. How? How, when you have a whole child in another country? How is that even possible? How is your heart in the U.S. and you want to stay in the U.S., but you have a child in a whole nother country? Maybe because she wants that citizenship status and she betted on the wrong horse. She betted on an H using allegedly horse. Maybe that's it. Because I'm like, you claim you came to the U.S. to be a better mother, but then at the same time, you claim your heart is in the U.S., your son is 1,000 miles away, you miss your son. It's not adding up to me. It's not adding up to me that you said that, but you claim you miss your son. If you came to the U.S. to be a better mother, your son should be there with you. Unless, again, my conspiracy theory, unless you did all of this to try to get your U.S. citizenship status, okay? Get yourself established in the U.S. You know what? Wait a minute. Pause, rewind. Bloop, bloop. She was born in the U.S., wasn't she? Wasn't Erin the one who was born in the U.S. and then her and her mother and her father, who was from Australia, picked up and left and moved to Australia? Once you're a U.S. citizen, do you have to, especially as a child, is she a dual citizen or does she have to renew? I wonder. This is making me really look into immigration laws. It really is making me want to look into immigration laws to see what the in and outs are, as far as maybe if you were a U.S. citizen before and then you leave. It's making me really want to look into it, because I want to say that they said she was born in New York. And then her and her mother and her father ended up moving to Australia, and her mother got married. So I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on with that. But either way, I damn sure don't understand how you saying you miss your son and you came to be a better mother, but your heart is in the U.S. It seems to me that you chose this guy over your own son. So I don't want to hear that shit, Erin. Maybe this is your karma for leaving your flesh and blood over him. Maybe. I will say with Savea, at least Savea not leaving her child. And Savea, like, if you want me, you're going to have to come to Germany. I'll give her that, even though it just seems very obvious she doesn't want him. But at least she's like, I'm not leaving my child in my child comfort zone to move to the U.S. She's saying Joseph would have to move to Germany. Erin completely uprooted her whole entire life and left her son behind. Girl. And within months, he's back in prison. Maybe that's your karma, girl. It is what it is. So with that being said, let me see what you guys are saying. See, I'm judgmental. I would be like, don't call me crying. You had no business going. Exactly. See, me and you're the same way. I love you, but I would say you stupid as hell. But they were super supportive. No judgment, at least in front of her face and on the phone, no judgment. But I'm that friend that I would tell you, look, I'm there to support you, but you stupid as hell for the decision that you made. That's how I am. I'm that family member too. But you know what I mean? It's out of love though. I think me and you, Nene, we're about the same. We love hard and we're very realistic. You came to the US for peen. Which I'm like, what's wrong with Australia peen? I'm confused. That made no sense to me. Exactly. It didn't. So, with that being said, I don't know how many episodes we have of this show. The next episode, there's going to be more. They try to put pieces together to make it seem like it's going to be drama. I think it's going to be another boring episode, but you guys want me to review it. So I'm going to review it and try to make it as entertaining as possible. With that being said, I may be doing another live tonight. You guys, we have so much to talk about. It's so much drama going on in the real world. BMF has come back on. I haven't had a chance to review BMF. I haven't had a chance to review Griselda, which I actually had started and did one review on it. I haven't even had a chance to watch and review that. I'm going to do most likely the WTF Weekly tonight, where we're going to tap into all things Atlanta, Diddy updates when it comes to P. Diddy and some other things. So we're probably going to do that this evening. And so with that being said, you guys, that would be great. That would be great to another live tonight. Yes, that's the goal, Kimmy. That's the goal. Probably around 6 or 6:30 Cali time, which would be about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So for the East Coast, it'll be a late night one, but I gotta pull some stuff together, and I'm gonna give an update on Fonnie Willis' stupid ass. She's stupid. I can't be nice about it. She's stupid as hell. I'm gonna do an update on that because when I tell you that situation is like a soap opera and juicier than the stuff that we're seeing on TV today, yeah, I'm gonna do an update on that too. So all things Atlanta and some more. So with that being said, you guys, hopefully you can tune in tonight. Of course. I always got my OG support for real. For real. Now that is a moment where I can't. People be thinking because I'm a black woman, I'm just automatically supposed to support this foolishness. Dumb is dumb. Like it is what it is. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tonight on my next video. Toodles.